Okay, back on it. Looks like the best way to get to the torque converter bolts, which are through an access port underneath the throttle body at the top of the engine block, is to remove the intake manifold right now while it's in the car. It'll just make it easier to get to. So that's the next step. Okay, there it is. Intake manifold is off. Not too difficult. 6 sensors, 1 knock sensor, few vacuum lines, a couple coolant lines to the throttle body, and that's it. Not even a throttle cable, since this one is a fly-by-wire. I'll say something about Subaru. When they put bolts in a bracket, boy, do they put enough bolts in a bracket. Okay. This location right here, that plug is my torque converter bolts that I was looking for. And look at that. I get lucky enough that one of them is right up top without having to turn the engine. So, on to that. Okay, now everything should be ready to come out. I do believe I will have to remove the strut rod to get the engine to tilt enough to get it off the engine mounts to pull it forward and get it out. So that's the next step, is remove the strut rod, move the engine hoist in, strap the engine up one way or another, and get this little piece of junk out and on the stand today. Well, I've run into a little snafu. If I remove the radiator, I could easily have enough room to move the engine forward enough to get it out, which might be the way to go, or I can thread out the 2 bottom studs that they use for alignment to make it easier to put in and out. So I think what I will do is lift it up, slide the engine back slightly, and remove the radiator, since it's drained and ready to go out anyways. Then I will have plenty of clearance to come forward enough to get those out, since they're only lacking about a 1/2 inch. Well, that's it for today. It is out. I had to remove the transmission cooler lines from the radiator. Simply plug them with a couple bolts to keep it from making a huge mess. Did drop a little bit of coolant on the floor. I'll clean that up later. It does need some power washing, pressure washing before it goes back together, because it's just what you should do. And there it is. I will start disassembly tomorrow on the new year. Happy New Year. Thanks.